Hey guys, my name is Christian.
Carlos and Josh.
And it's GRT Boxing.
Today we're going to talk about the bout in September 19, Juan Manuel Marquez and Pretty Boy Floyd Mayweather. It will happen at the catch weight of 144 pounds.
And this is a fight that Mayweather, naturally a 147 pounder. People say he's naturally a light welterweight, but he's been fighting the last 4 years. Up here he fought at a higher weight with De La Hoya. And Marquez, who is naturally a lightweight, fighting around 130 pounds, he hadn't had one fight above 135. So it's an interesting fight. Both styles, they both try to box, they're counter punchers. It's going to be an interesting fight.
Great fight. Like you said, Marquez has never been up there before. One thing that that everyone just keeps on thinking about and everyone keeps on saying is that it's going to be a boring fight, like Josh said, because of both of them being counter punchers. But then again, if you've seen 24/7 and everything else, Marquez keeps on saying he's going to try to go for he's going to try to put some pressure in there and be the kind of the attacker towards Mayweather. We think that's actually a bad thing, but
like everybody's saying all around websites, forums, and all that, everybody wants Marquez to win. Us three, we want Marquez to win. We don't see that as a big chance of happening because of his chin. We've seen him go down a lot with Pacquiao and Barrera, but it's a fight that he's gonna have to be really, really big. He's gonna have to get really muscled up to this fight in last 12 rounds, running, going after Mayweather, and it'll be great if Marquez wins. But I don't see it happening. But I do want Marquez to win by decision, knockout, whatever happens.
Marquez is bulking up. He is a lot bigger than what he's ever been. A lot of people keep on saying, and everywhere I read, that it is just slowing Marquez down. Marquez may be getting stronger, but he's getting slower, which is something we don't want against a guy like Mayweather, which everyone knows is extremely.
What I like about Marquez is that the guy doesn't fight for the money. He makes every fight a personal fight. With Pacquiao, we saw that he wanted the third fight because it wasn't very clear, but to me, he won the first one and he won the second one by 1 or 2 points. This time is going to be because he wants to be number one. That's the title of the fight. That's the theme of the fight, number one, numero uno. And that's what I like most about Marquez, that he doesn't go for the money. He's fighting to be the best of the best.
The reason Carl said we're all going for Marquez is because he's a good fighter. He came up, he trains hard. He has an unorthodox training style, which everybody can see on 24/7 now. But it's pretty much just a regular gym, or he'll run in the mountains or pound on a tire with a sledgehammer, pick up rocks. That's basically his training style. He has a game plan that he sets up, but he's a likable guy. He's very personable. Mayweather, he's cocky, arrogant, and I used to like him, but after he retired, I started getting bored of the way he was acting. So, and we all like Marquez in this fight for different reasons. We all think outcomes of fights can be different, but in the end, we all like Marquez more. But yeah,
Marquez, a warrior, and I consider Mayweather kind of a runner. You can say Marquez will fight anyone that gets in front of him. Marquez, he even said there was rumors that the fight might actually be at 147, and when they told Marquez actually said he didn't care if it was a 147, that he would still go for it. And I mean, the odds are so against Marquez right now, and all the props to Marquez, and we just hope he does well.
And a lot of people talk crap about this fight, saying it's not a good fight because Mayweather is so much bigger than Marquez, and that he's just picking on a little guy, and he should have went after Pacquiao in the beginning. But the real thing is that Marquez is the one guy that gave Pacquiao trouble in both fights. He can adapt. He's a great fighter, and like I said, he'll go after anybody. So he can go after Mayweather. He's not going to give up in the fight.
the one guy that Pacquiao won't fight again.
Yeah. Another reason I like this fight for boxing is because, to me, having Mayweather retired for almost 2 years, I don't like the idea of him just coming back and fighting number one pound for pound guy. Just like if Margarito came back and got to fight a big fight, it wouldn't be fair to the other fighters who have been there putting in the work. So if Mayweather comes back, it needs to be against a good fight against Marquez, and if he wins it, then he can go on to the better fight against Pacquiao versus Cotto, even though I think he's going to have a tough time against Marquez.
That's one thing I wanted to make sure people picked up. A lot of people say since Mayweather just went to retirement, he just got back from retirement. A lot of people are saying that that Mayweather kind of picked this fight for him to come back and look good and go straight into the pound for pound list again. Yeah, that might be true, that he actually picked the fight and he actually thinks he's going to be able to take this fight exactly in a very easy way. But I personally think it's not going to be that easy. Marquez is not a kind of whoever fighter, a pushover. That's the word I was looking for. And he's going to have a lot of trouble with Marquez. So for the people that say that Mayweather chose this fight and Mayweather's is gonna take Marquez out in no time, but who knows? Maybe it might happen. Maybe it is going to be a very easy fight. And if it ends up looking like a very easy fight for Mayweather, then I might actually become a Mayweather fan. But I really don't think so. I actually think Marquez is going to give Mayweather a lot of trouble.
And people say that, another thing that people say is that Marquez, he doesn't deserve the fight. When he came up, gave 2 hard fights against Pacquiao, which a lot of people think he won. I scored the second one a draw, and the first one I gave it to Pacquiao, but I gave it to Pacquiao by 1 point. But even if he did that, he deserves a third shot. And then he went out, knocked out Casamayor, knocked out Diaz, and now he's going up 10 pounds, 12 pounds, something like that, to fight Mayweather, who was the pound for pound. And he's doing all pretty much just get against Pacquiao again. He wants to prove himself. That's the one fights that or the 2 fights that he wants to get back are the fights against Pacquiao because he thinks he won. And he's a good fighter. He deserves it. And if he wins this fight, I feel that if he's the winner, it makes it better for boxing because he is the type of guy that'll fight anybody. Mayweather, he says he'll come back and he'll fight Cotto, he'll fight Mosley, he'll fight Pacquiao. He doesn't care and knock them all out. But he's shown before that he doesn't do that. He picks fights. He beat De La Hoya, beat Hatton when they were still considered good, but they were still not the best fights that could have happened. When Marquez, if he wins, he's going to go after the hard fight. He's going to go after the winner of Cotto Pacquiao. And I think that's better for the sport. That's more than just the Pacquiao-Mayweather money fight. That's why I like Cotto Pacquiao and Marquez Mayweather, because those are fights that show the best against the best.
Another thing I wanted to address was how Mayweather is going to do actually coming out of retirement. I remember who I was speaking to, but I'd actually asked someone about the fight, and they said, "Oh, Mayweather's going to lose for sure if he just because he's coming back out of retirement. He's coming back. He's been out of the sport for a while. He's going to come back, and he's going to fight a top-of-the-line fighter right now, a boxer, just straight out of retirement. He should have had a tune-up fight." And yes, maybe. We all know Mayweather stays in shape, and Mayweather was probably going to the gym 4 times a week when he was retired. So it'll be interesting to see how Mayweather actually does coming out of retirement, and if we can actually, if for some reason he doesn't have it in there, or he lost it for a second. So that's another good thing about this fight. We really don't know what Mayweather is going to come into this fight. We don't know if it's going to be the running Mayweather, or if it's going to be an aggressive Mayweather because he's just so anxious to get in there and wants to go for it, or because he knows that he's so much bigger than Marquez that he can take Marquez out. So we'll see. I prefer seeing both aggressive. They're both saying, Marquez is saying he's going to be aggressive. Mayweather at least hasn't said anything yet. I prefer seeing them both going at it, and it makes for a better fight. If we see Mayweather running and Marquez just trying to counter, it's going to be very weird. End up being a boring fight where Mayweather takes a UD, and then who knows what happens. maybe retirement again.